Hello. I have never blogged before, but everyone else is doing it, so I thought I would give it a try, which is not usually the mentality I live my life by. I'm usually the one to do the exact opposite of what everyone else is doing because I can't stand trends, but I thought, why not? I'll give it a try. If it's fun, it's fun. If it's not, I haven't lost anything. Not doing this for anyone else's satisfaction but my own. If it's rendered completely pointless, it's rendered completely pointless. I really don't care. This can't hurt me like sex or drugs can, so I have nothing to lose, except maybe a little bit of dignity, which I'm not afraid of doing, yet anyway. So, a little bit about me. My name is Randy Lee. I live in Riverton, Utah, which is a little, used to be little podunk town on the south side of Salt Lake County. It used to be really small, kind of a farm town, but as the county expanded, it expanded south, and now we're really big, and there's tons of stores, and lots of crap, and lots of preppy people, and I hate it, and I can't wait to get away from here, but all I do now is nanny, and that's not a lot of money coming in for me, so I have to get a better job first. What I want to do is either be a professional singer, which I know is a big dream, but it's my big dream too. Whether it's a million other girls or not, it's mine. And another thing I want to do is be a writer. I've been writing short stories since I was 11 and in 6th grade, and my insane teacher, Miss Rogers, was encouraging us all to write and write and write, and she drove me crazy at the time, but looking back on it now, she was one of my biggest inspirations and someone I absolutely loved. So this is kind of going to be my video diary, because it's easier to talk for me a lot of times than write everything I'm feeling down. It takes a lot of time, and I don't want my fingers to cramp up because that hurts. Anyway, on Monday night, I went on my first date ever. I've never been on a date before, and I was really excited, especially because the guy I went with, we had been planning it for 6 months, and we had a plan originally, but I got kind of scared and dropped it, and we hadn't talked about it yet. So we decided this time we were going to go to a drive-in movie and see Shrek the Fourth, or Happily Ever After, whatever it is, I don't really remember, and Iron Man 2. So when I pulled in, like the second I pulled in, my phone rings, and it's this guy, and he goes, "Hi, I didn't know this place was cash only. Do you know where an ATM is that I could get cash?" And I was like, you know what, just come back, I'll pay for you, because I thought he was playing a trick. And he's like, no, I'm a terrible person and trying to get self-pity or something. I'll find it. And then he found a grocery store and hung up. And so I paid, and I went in, and I parked, and waited, and called my mom, and waited some more, and just continued to wait for like 20 minutes until he finally showed up. And we talked for like 2 minutes, and I pulled out the camping chairs I'd brought, and then we talked for like another minute, and he's like, "I'm bored." And I'm like, well, this is a great start to this date. And he's like, "I say we hide the chairs and go wander." I'm like, fine, whatever. So we put the chairs back in my trunk, and we go wandering, which I'm thinking, it's just a big parking lot with some screens. We can't get into too much trouble here, right? Well, there's some sheds on the outside with a wall on the other side, which kind of creates a small alley. So he took me into a back alley and wandered around, which, looking back on it now, was really stupid to go with him, because God only knows what he could have done back there. He could have raped me or killed me, and it was really stupid and dumb and completely irresponsible for me to go back there with him. And looking back on it now, I would never do it again. Not in a million years. I'm never that irresponsible. I'm usually really smart when it comes to men because, well, I don't mean to be rude, but my mom hasn't shown me the best way with them. My dad left when I was 4. My stepdad was an alcoholic freak who left when I was like 12, and my brother's insane, and just, I don't have the best men in my life, besides my grandpa. My grandpa's amazing, my uncles, but that's it. And so, anyway, off subject, we come out of the back alley and we go sit back down, and the movie starts, and we're awkwardly mocking it, like we're trying to make jokes, and we're being really stupid and just kind of trying really hard to make this chemistry thing happen, and he's kind of making me feel stupid, like I'm not intelligent enough to be with him, which is not something I wanted. And then there's a 10-minute break in between the two movies, and I have to go to the bathroom, so I leave, and I come back and he's on his cell phone, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm back now, so maybe he'll put it away. Oh no, he sits there and talks on it for like the next 2-3 minutes, and then he's done, and the movie starts like 2 minutes later, and it's Iron Man 2, which was amazing the second time as it was the first time, just because Robert Downey Jr. is so fun. But anyway, and the first movie sucked, but that's okay. Anyway, so at the end of Iron Man 2, everybody starts to pack up and leave, and we put my stuff away, and we're kind of talking, but not really well, and he's like, well, it was a lovely time, and I just kind of stare at him like, yeah, whatever. And then we awkwardly hugged goodbye and got in our cars and left. And I got a little lost on the way home because I was frazzled and annoyed, and I don't have to go on a million dates to know that that one sucked. It was bad, and I would never, ever, ever go out with this guy again. Because he's weird, and I know that sounds bad, but he's just too weird for me. And I'm pretty weird myself, so if he's weird for me, he's really weird. But it basically just reinforced my opinion of men that I have, which is another subject for another night. Right now I probably should try and get some sleep. So, goodbye.